The seamless, powerful engine in OrCAD X lets you efficiently use 3D functionality to design, review, and verify your PCB designs in 3D to produce a successful end product. This quick how-to will provide step-by-step instructions on how to use 3D functionality in OrCAD X Presto. First, let's activate the 3D canvas in OrCAD X Presto. Select Visibility to open the Visibility panel. Then select the button for the display mode. Select 3D for the mode to open the 3D viewer and view the board in 3D. Next, let's configure visibility for components. Select the Component button to configure visibility options for the components on the PCB. Click to uncheck Place to remove placement guides and improve visibility of the 3D models. Click the arrow next to Top to expand Top and view all the components placed on the top of the PCB. Here you can turn on and off visibility for individual components on the PCB and all components on the PCB. Click the arrow next to the top to contract the top category. Next, let's add and map a mechanical enclosure for the design. Click the arrow next to Mechanical to expand the mechanical category. Select the plus sign to add a new mechanical model. Browse to the location of the provided 3D models and select Enclosure.Step. Click Open. Click to select the enclosure in the PCB canvas to open the Properties panel. In the Properties panel under 3D Location, enter 50.5 for the X offset. Select Enter or Tab on the keyboard. Enter 90 for the X rotation or select the Rotate icon once to rotate 90 degrees around the X axis. Complete the enclosure mapping by entering a Y offset of 25 and a Z offset of 4. View the mapped enclosure. Let's take a look at some additional options in the 3D canvas. Select the Visibility tab. Next to the enclosure, select the checker pattern icon to make the model opaque. Select the eye icon to hide the enclosure. Select the display icon. Under Opacity, click and drag the slider for Global to adjust the opacity of all objects in the 3D view. These can be adjusted individually as well. Select the Visibility tab to close the panel or click to select a blank location in the PCB canvas. Click to select the cube in the bottom left corner of the PCB canvas. Here you can select from predefined views to analyze the PCB in 3D. Select Top. Right-click on the Zoom Fit icon and select Zoom In. Right-click on the USB component X1 and select Show in Search Results. The search panel activates, allowing you to review component information. Select the Lock icon to lock the component in place and prevent undesired movement. Close the search panel. You can also measure distances between components and objects in the PCB. To activate measuring, click to select IC1. Hold Alt on the keyboard and hover over JP2 to measure the distance between the two components. Release Alt when finished. Right-click on JP2 and select Cross Probe. Select Visibility to open the Visibility panel, then select 2D for the mode. Select Visibility again to close the Visibility panel and view the PCB. JP2 is highlighted for easy identification. Let's go back to the 3D mode. Select the Visibility tab and choose 3D for the mode. Select the Component tab. Click the eye icon to turn visibility on for the enclosure, and click the Transparency icon to make the enclosure transparent. With the enclosure activated, we can see JP2 is not lined up with the cutout in the enclosure, and there will be a collision in the final product. To correct this issue, in the Properties panel, with JP2 still selected, enter 9 for the X location. Press Enter on the keyboard. Enter 14 for the Y location and press Enter on the keyboard. View the integration between the enclosure and the 3D PCB. Use 3D functionality in OrCAD X to analyze and complete your PCB designs efficiently with OrCAD X Presto. For more tutorials, visit us at resources.ema-eda.com. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.